Hi everyone, Vega here. As we look forward to the year 2025, in today's video we look back over the year and some of the highs and lows of the year for the channel, the good times and the bad. Consider staying tuned until the end of the video when we announce our second annual prize for Star of the Year. So let's get to it. When we started the year, the channel went on a trip to the giant stars of Ursa Major constellation, having already looked at Scorpio and Canis Major back in 2023. Our first video of the year focused on the interesting stars of Dubhe, Merak, Alioth and company. Dubhe indeed seemed quite a popular star, and we went on to see an entire video about the star itself later in the year in November. This year's most viewed video of the year award went again, for the second year running, to Zeta Reticuli, the double sun system, and again by some distance. It's gone on to become the most viewed video of all on our channel, and proved so popular in YouTube searches that I've added a second part to the series, Zeta Reticuli Grey Aliens, and it remains to be seen how popular that too becomes as it slowly makes its way up YouTube search engines. VEGA Star also proved a popular video, alongside Aldebaran and the Pleiades, although the most popular newcomer video made in the year 2024 was the video Pollux Star, closely followed surprisingly the very next week by a video on the interesting planetary system of Ross 128. When discussing my favourite videos to write this year, I think it's a difficult choice for me, but the top one would probably be Naus the Big Ship Star, recommended to me by our channel member America West 90. There's always been a fascination of mine with the treacherous seas and oceans that we have around the world, and in this video I was able to combine it with what is one of the most incredible stars, not just in our vicinity but in the entire galaxy. Naus has certainly been through some rough seas in its time indeed. I also really enjoyed re-editing and stitching together the full Rigel Beta Orionis documentary from its parts, while upgrading the audio, and this year saw a slight change in format, where we moved into some videos being a bit less scripted, and more a voyage of discovery so to speak. It's certainly fun when not having to first write a script for a video beforehand, and it does give me a bit more freedom, and so far you good folks don't seem to have watched the Let's Talk videos any less. Also an honourable mention to the Solar Twins 2-part series, which I think quite a few of you enjoy watching, as I enjoyed creating, which is always nice. The duds of the year on the other hand, clearly not many of you are interested in the huge mountain cliffs and temperatures of our solar system, and that video to date only has 124 views. In Cervantes, the Don Quixote exoplanets, those planets certainly didn't seem to inspire your imaginations either, as likewise it's only just peaked to 129 views. If I was asked which video surprised me the most, I'd probably have to go with the Forgotten Moons of Jupiter. I just didn't think it would get many views, as Jupiter isn't often top of the charts for viewer interest, and in the past I've had a few Jupiter editions not do very well. Well, how wrong I was, and it seems you guys love not just Jupiter, but also its tiny moons. So much so that we've now looked at Neptune's Forgotten Moons too, and we'll probably continue in the new year with a look at both Saturn and Uranus. The title for video with most improved viewing figures, in terms of one that has gone from few to many views during 2024, was an older video, originally published in May 2021, Just Perfect, G and K class stars explained. For some reason this year it shot up the YouTube algorithm, unexplainedly, another YouTube algorithm mystery. As for the Solar System series, the video on Oort Cloud proved popular, and I particularly enjoyed creating the homemade graphics and sounds in the winds of Uranus. I'm aware that there are many other more polished and professional outfits out there on YouTube, but as someone who grew up with the Red Dwarf series, that was certainly not polished, and indeed included many homemade props themselves, I always thought that in the end, that was part of the charm. There are many AI videos knocking around now on YouTube these days, but I know sometimes that it's the imperfections that make stuff more fun. Or maybe that's just me. If we look back at what we've learnt this year, a few things spring to mind. I'd say my editing skills have again improved. It's pretty obvious to me that you can guarantee to an extent that the videos on major stars like Betelgeuse, Rigel, Procyon, Sirius, VEGA or Arcturus always perform relatively better. On more unusual subjects, less well-known places like New Scorpii or perhaps Gamma Velorum, they're certainly a gamble and can go either way. Here on VEGA ASTRO we've catalogued every star in the brightest star list now, up to and including Bellatrix, Placidus and Alioth. As I've said before, I see no reason to stop, and I think you guys are open-minded and knowledgeable enough to really delve into the unknown. And you can be quite confident that here on our tiny little channel, we'll continue chronicling the stars that literally only us on this channel, and maybe a few hundred other people on the planet have ever really thought about. Outside of our channel, I remain a massive fan of Isaac Arthur, aren't we all? And also really enjoyed watching Answers with Joe, and I always tune in to Fraser Cain's Q&A sessions when I get an opportunity, although mostly it's the day after, as his live shows are at about 3 in the morning here. Apart from space, for unknown and undescribable reasons, I always enjoy watching the beard eat his food, whereas I sometimes tune into more serious stuff from Dave Borless on Just Have a Think, and I admit it, I'm subscribed to every single one of Simon Whistler's seemingly endless YouTube channels. The man just entertains me, what can I say? Over the year I've tried my best to keep a schedule of 1 video a week, but sometimes it's just not possible, and I will try to maintain that level next year too. So if there is a week or 2 when you don't see a video, don't worry. And in fact, we're going to have a couple of weeks winter recess for the next couple of weeks, as I think I need a rest, so there won't be a video next week or indeed the week after while we're on that subject. We'll be back again on the 19th of January with a fresh new edition. This year saw the beginning of channel monetization back in May, having reached the view time threshold. The returns are underwhelming to say the least, but it is nice to get some sort of reward for my efforts. That said, the channel's modus operandi and raison d'etre has never really been about making money, rather a hobby for me to pursue, meet some like-minded folks along the way, and primarily to catalogue and bring to attention the brightest stars in our skies. It's bizarre how neglected these places are really. It seems to me that if they were on a world map, they'd probably be as celebrated as many of our world large cities. I guess as a species, so far at least, we don't really look up very much. The YouTube algorithm of course remains an enigma, and sure, I'm aware that by posting a funny puppy video, or maybe a clip of a famous TV series, you can probably get a lot more subscribers and a lot faster. But as I say, the original purpose of the channel was to document the brightest stars in our night skies, have a few conversations with like-minded folks in the comments, rather than any particular goal for fame or fortune. With respect to that algorithm, some of you may have noticed that this year I included a cartoon lady in some of our thumbnails, primarily to try and attract a bit more attention to the channel. Let me know your thoughts. I think I may hold a vote in the community tab at some point for a name, and I'm hoping she becomes a bit like our channel mascot, or alternatively she might get the boot. It remains to be seen. As December arrived, our subscriber milestone celebration was postponed, as the channel has not quite reached 2,000 subscribers. It seems we have maybe 100 to 150 of you good folks who are regular viewers and turn up rain or shine, and maybe another 100 on top who pick and choose a bit more what they watch. I had hoped for a slightly better return by the end of this year, but I'm not really worried too much about it and intend to continue producing videos for the foreseeable future. With that said, I'd like to say a huge thank you to you guys for supporting this tiny YouTube channel so far, and I'm hoping we might reach 4,000 subs by the end of next year, but certainly 3,000 is well within reach. I'd really like though to increase the viewership from those 150 of you or so I mentioned before, to maybe 300 or even 500 if there's enough folks out there. On that note, it is time now for some special thanks to our channel supporters. This year saw the opportunity to become a member of our channel, and a huge thanks and indeed a welcome to America West 90, our channel's first full member. I'm always delighted to hear from you, amigo mio. Chatsworth 1979, thanks so much for your contributions, mate. It means a lot and it's always a pleasure to discuss subjects with you, old and new. A true brightest star of our channel. I'd also like to give a special mention to Zach over at the Better NASA project. He's always been a great supporter of VEGA ASTRO since the very beginning, and also generally just a great guy to chat to and enjoy the journey with. All the best for the new year, mate. Henk, as always my friend, cheers for all your comments again. It's always a pleasure to see your name invariably popping up, and you keep my spirits high. Best wishes, my friend. Other channel regulars, Amelia, keep those suggestions coming, I really appreciate them. Best wishes to Stephen GP, Brian Salem, William Lockley, Tuath, Bobby CH, Dublin Seafood, Minecraft at Night, and our resident Arabic specialist, Mo. And it's also been a pleasure to host every single one of you and watching and enjoying our channel. And season's greetings to you all and best wishes for the new year. Finally, we have a winner to announce. For our Star of the Year competition, the 4 finalists were chosen from the most popular star videos made only this year, which left us with a fight between giant star Pollux, blue supergiant Rigel, the complex system of Beta Centauri or Hadar, and the white nearby A-type star of Altair. Well, it seems after last year's worthy winner Aldebaran, it's my pleasure to announce that the title for this year's Star of the Year award 2024 goes to the wonderful yellow giant star of Pollux. It seems you folks here have developed a love for this fantastic star, Beta Geminorum, a prominent member of both the Winter Triangle and the Gemini constellation. A superb addition to our Hall of Fame indeed, and well deserved. Well played, my old yellow friend, well played. As we move into 2025, we wonder what discoveries are left to be made. Stay tuned to the channel, as I'm sure we'll return to some of our favourite stars, and some that are much less well known. We'll delve from time to time into constellations themselves. Continuing our study of the solar system and its quirks, it also remains to be seen what hidden gems remain in the sky for us to consider. Thanks for watching, and consider subscribing if you haven't already. If you would like to support the channel further, you could consider joining the channel, or alternatively buy me coffee, and I'll link this in the description. Many thanks to those of you who have already done so. Take good care of yourselves and look after your friends and family as well, and I'll see you on the next one.